Hello everyone, welcome to this video. And as you can see here, we got a chart and a lot of names. So if you didn't read the title, actually I think you did. I'll be ranking every type. I'll be ranking most types of a game. Most common uh maps to be found. I'm not gonna include every map, like every single Iron Assault a person made, cause weird. Anyways, so without further ado, let's do this. Alright, so let's first up modern. I also oh yeah, so it's kind of how it works. So here's how it works. The higher so if I put modern, like the higher is better, the lower is worse. Don't know means like I never played it or never or like never played it. But anyways, let's do this in 3, 2, 1. So first up, modern. So I think a modern map is I mean they're very controversial. That's what I think. uh cause there's like, oh hey Western Sahara is supposed to be independent. Where's Lesotho? Greenland's not independent, it's owned by Denmark. You get the mess. It's annoying. I could it could be an A. It could be an A, but it's just so it's just so messy. uh But I would have given a B if it was the past, but it's probably it's a B. All right. Anyways, next up, World War Two. Um, Here I actually wanna there'll actually be like two types. So World War Two, 1936. I should put in that. Oh, so for World War Two, 1936, it's a classic. I think it's fun. Like sometimes I would be like, you know what, I'm bored. I wanna let's I just wanna play World War Two, a 1936 map. It's a classic. It's a great. I love it. We all love it. It's great. Oh, I just realized this. Uh, let's just forget that it exists. Anyways, World War Two. So if we're talking about World War Two, we're talking about like D-Day and stuff. I There's just not much to do. Of course, there could be like some alternatives, but in general, there's just not like many stuff, and it's also very controversial because of the Nazi flag and stuff. But I could still see myself playing it and stuff if I'm bored. But it's probably gonna be a C. Oh, it's next up, World War One. I think World War One maps are cool. Yeah, they're pretty cool. You got the German colonies. You got Austria Hungary. It's pretty cool. It's probably a B. I would probably give it an A, but in general, since I just kind of like it because of that video I made of me and Ren the person took over the world. Yeah, that was a World War One map. It's next up, and our first alternative one. I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce this. I'm just gonna say Kaiserreich. So this one, I just don't get it. I remember there's like a video on it. I should have watched it actually, but I think it was like an hour long. But I just don't really understand the concept. And it's not. I get it's not really common anymore, but I've seen countless of it. Yeah, I just don't really like these maps. So E. All right, next up, Spain map. So Spain maps are pretty. Spain maps. We're talking about like the main Spain map. Despite it being despite it being tiny, and there's just not much to do in the map. Of course, you can make it and stuff, but since the Spain map, but in general, since it's I can see the map only being made for 1v1s, and I did 1v1 some people on it. I've done a 1v1 with Germanic and General Peru, pretty fun. But honestly, it's just fun to 1v1 people in it. So, but since it's just so lacking full, it's just lacks a lot. I'm just gonna have to give it a C. Next up, Europe. I get it. It's bad. But I'm pretty sure this was like the first ever map made. So you have to listen to that. But it still sucks nonetheless. Uh, this is the only reason I would see to make a Europe map is that you are lazy and you just want to mainly just do Europe. So I could see that. I guess I could potentially see that, but it's just not a good one. But I'm gonna give it. But for that, I'm just gonna give it a D. All right, World 1936. I actually should have waited. All right. Anyways. Anyways, Asia 1936. Asia 1936. If you're gonna if you want to like make like a quick map, quick modern map, I reckon do Asia 1936. It's pretty cool. But since it's just so I mean actually it does look pretty good. Very similar. It's actually similar to the map to the it's very similar. It's literally similar to the 1936 map. So but I'll just do a C. Yeah, just gonna be that. Next up, Axis winning World War II. So this is another alternative one. It's just mixed. That's the issue. It's very diverse. I actually never really played these ones, so but honestly, just hearing the concept, I mean, look, it sounds cool, but I wonder what would happen. But you know what? I'll go figure that out. They're actually pretty easy to find, I think. Okay, actually, I couldn't find any, but I'm just gonna hear about the concept. I remember looking at some maps online, like alternatives, but you know what? It's gonna be a D. I just don't think there's gonna be much to do. Anyways, Access winning World War One. Same thing. It's gonna be a D. I just feel like there's not much to do. That's what I'm worried about. All right, next up, American Civil War. So we got the bottom layer now. So American Civil War. Um, here's the issue. It's very, very, very empty. Uh, it's just very empty, and like Africa, Oceania, you get it. They're very empty. So, but since I do have some fun, since I do sometimes have fun, I'll give it a C. Anyways, next up, American Revolution. Same thing. The map is very, very empty. It's just kind of hard. It just kind of takes like here's the issue of the American Civil War and American Revolution. It just takes place. The main place is just America. That's it. So I'm just gonna have to give them a C, but I might as well be some different countries. Still might have some fun. Next up, Cold War. Okay, so I think this is so very unnecessary. The reason is that I think it's still very unnecessary is because it's kind of like it's very similar to World War II, but it's over. But it's just not good. I don't like that concept. But so I'm also gonna give it a C. Next up, Roman era. Okay, I'm gonna keep on saying it. It's very empty, but Roman era way more empty. Like the only reason that you would want to be the only reason why you would want to play is just to become the Roman Empire. That's all. And since it's just for that one reason, I'm also gonna have to put it in an E. It's not a good idea. All right, future. This is where it gets interesting. So there's many types of a future map. Uh, some countries can go like there might be an East African Federation. If you added that to your future map, shout out to you. Russia taking over Ukraine, Ukraine getting back Crimea, etc. There's a lot of twists and turns, but I'm probably just gonna but since it's just the map maker's choice, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna say a C. Yeah. Next up, empires. So empires are basically like the whole war is basically the whole like the world empires basically. I don't really I mean there's a lot of border there's a lot of border disputes. That's the issue. I remember making one and I was so confused with the Qing and the Mongol Empire. It's very congested. That's the issue. So I'm gonna put it here a D. There's next up World War III. So World War III is kind of like modern, but there still might be some slight changes, like maybe Ukraine stuff, invasion of Taiwan, China invading China. You get the idea. But again, say with it's also the player's choice. So I don't really know. So I'm gonna put it here, and here's what it looks like. Yay! Yeah, no Fs and S, unfortunately. But honestly, it's okay. There's no perfect or worst map, so you know what? It's alright. Anyways, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.